It's cool. Yeah.
Good morning, Facebook.
Hi, Facebook. Hey, you know what? We're actually on two different devices. Your device, hello over here, and my device, hello over here. This is just like so many deviciness.
I know, it's fun. I get to snuggle up extra close to Midori today. And we want to snuggle up to you guys too. We let you know, I at least let you know this time. You've been better about that, Midori. Letting your audience
I'm
know.
liking this Facebook Live thing. It's great because talk about instant gratification. We get to talk to you all. So,
Right.
which is nice. Yay. So, all right. This is Caroline, dear friend, fellow masterminder, and brainstorming buddy, and often pal for hiking the great land of the eastern mists in the land of oak. As a San Franciscan, I brave the maze and the vast water.
Thank you, Midori.
You know, us San Franciscans, we're useless the moment you put us on the Bay Bridge, and then we see all those 80s. There are these signs with 80s, so many 80s. I take the wrong 80, and next thing I know, I'm in Stockton.
It's called a GPS, Midori.
It's
She makes it here every time, so and you do. You come all the way over here for me. I do appreciate that.
scary.
Yeah.
All right, so who all do we have here? Yours doesn't go sideways. Why doesn't yours go
I
sideways?
don't know. I don't have an
You're
iPhone.
live. What? Okay, let's see. Who's somebody there? Okay. Hey, Ryan, how's it going? Oh my God, Race. It's Race. Oh, you know Race Bannon?
I don't know
Oh my
Race
God,
Brandon,
you
but
must-
I'm
you
looking
must
forward
know
to
Race.
getting
You
to
must
know Race.
Race. Sexy leather men.
Oh, yes, we like
Yes,
sexy
and
young men.
and not just sexy on the outside, sexy on the inside, and sexy here. Smart is sexy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for my audience who don't know Midori,
Yes.
Midori is an amazing
Hello, friends of Caroline.
and powerful, dynamic woman who I met her through some of your classes.
Yeah. How did we meet?
Years ago, actually, I was ordered by my boyfriend at the time, literally ordered, yes, the kinky kind, to go to something called predicament bondage that Midori was teaching. And I had no idea. I thought it was going to be about bondage and rope, and it was about like bondage of the mind. Am I explaining that properly?
Yeah.
And I watched Midori like totally fuck with people's minds. It was brilliant.
It's how to be cleverly lazy.
Well, it was so intelligent, Midori, and I loved that. You got these women to tell you all their secrets and everything that they were terrified of, and then you did those things to them. So that was the first time that I met Midori, and then I dived in a little deeper at your rope dojo.
That's right. Rope Dojo. Yep. It's a 2-day intensive that I teach with 7 of my dearest friends and instructors. And we only do it 3 times a year because just try to coordinate 8 people's schedule.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right. Yeah. And everybody does this so very much for love. And so we only do it 3 times a year. But yeah, you came through. What did you think?
It was a wonderful workshop. I was very nervous because my dom was there and I had to tie him. Oh my God, I was terrified.
Was it what you expected? Because I'm betting it wasn't.
It was different. What I loved about it, Midori, was that
Pull you in further into my
a little,
camera. There
a
we
little
go.
closer.
There we go.
What I loved about Midori was you got us to do a lot of drills that we went over and over and over the skills. And I'm kind of hoping you forgot how bad I was at doing simple things like single column ties. Because Midori's really teaching you from the ground up if you've never tied before. And I was extra nervous because I wanted to do a good job in front of my dom. But you were so patient with me. And one of my favorite parts actually was the demo that you and Delano did. It was so powerful.
Yeah. Delano is my other lead instructor, and he is lovely. And let's see, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Okay. My other instructor, and he's this beautiful man. He focuses on the bottoming side of things. So we have our instructors are represent an all range of play in terms of what they look like on the outside, as well as how they play. So getting to have a scene with them at the beginning. So here's the thing about Rope Dojo, right? It's not just about the knots. In fact, Rope bondage is actually not about ropes. Shocking, I know. It's actually not about ropes. Rope bondage is actually about people. The rope is a tool. If you focus on the rope at the cost of the people, you miss the whole point. Then you're just doing macrame, which is fine, but then, don't drag somebody in to be bored by your macrame.
And one of the things I love about rope, Midori, is that it's about connection.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're talking about you actually tying with a body and a human being, not just, I mean, rope bondage is boring to me even if somebody's technically brilliant, there's no connection.
Right? Connection and attention. Right. And I would actually say,
I love attention.
So for people who are worried that, you can't tie perfectly or you can't tie this or that, you know what? The hand skills you need are in just tying your shoelaces. Actually tying your shoelace in a bow. If you've ever had to teach a small human being called children,
I do not teach, just as a disclaimer, I do not teach rope bondage to my son.
No, but you know what? If we've ever had to teach, kids how to tie their shoelaces, it's not easy. Initially learning how to tie your shoes, and that skill, actually being able to three-dimensionally figure out something to end up doing tiny little finger movements just to tie your shoelace into a bow. That's a necessary skill you need. But you don't need to be a knot expert, but you do need to care about people.
Right.
So the first thing first is not the knots, is that will you take a moment, take a breath, and see the person you're with? I mean, really see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that goes throughout the entire scene.
Right.
It's not the knots. The knots in the rope are a way by which to hold and explode and dive in and soar in desire. It's a tool.
And an amazing conductor of energy. And for those on my page, I'm geeky about energy. And there's so many ways to play with energy. We think that there's only one way. I mean, rope is a way.
A way.
It's a way to convey your heart, really. You can wrap your heart around the whole person or their wrists. But what I particularly liked about the drills in Rope Dojo was that you got time to practice, because bondage is a lot about that. You can't just do the skill once, right, Midori? You have to do the practice over and over again. And I like it that built into Rope Dojo is the opportunity to practice.
And to a point where you're not thinking.
Right.
And we want people to get to a point where I could be tying your wrist. There we go. There. Okay, there we go. That's easy.
There we go.
I could be tying your wrist while making out with you.
Oh.
Okay.
Now that I've got my hand up Midori's leg, that sounded quite attractive.
That's mad skills. That is mad skills. Right. Yeah. Or even just having a gentle tie while saying, whatever your day was, you can just forget about it.
Let it go.
Yeah. Right? I mean, yeah.
So in that sense, I believe everything. I'm going to speak a bit of woo for Midori's audience. Woo. I'm really into the woo. But anything can become a meditation. And rope invites you to be really present, whether you're tying or being tied. And so in that sense, it becomes meditation.
Yeah. I joke about her being woo and all that. Here's the big reveal. And you've heard this.
I have, yeah.
I'm stealth woo.
Stealth.
I'm stealth woo. So all the things we're talking about, connection and being present and all that, taking the time, taking a breath, that it's meditative. I actually mean the same thing. And I just don't use the same words. And I'm going to explain why. Okay, because I have been in the Bay Area forever, and I end up meeting people that end up using the tools of the methods of sincere connection in a way that is self-serving. And I have, and I've unfortunately encountered use of language of spirituality and presence as a way by which to cleave difference or to put out some personal advantage. And I think I got a little tired of that. I mean, I went to Berkeley. I've been in the Bay Area forever. And out of my curmudgeonly impatience, I have actually sublimated and incorporated and woven in the same messages. So I joke about, oh, you're so woo. It's all the same thing. All the
Right.
disciplines eventually intersect in the same place.
Absolutely. Many paths lead. Yeah. There's a guru called Neem Karoli Baba. I've just been studying with one of his devotees, and he says everything is one. So he goes, Seb Ek, I think is the Sanskrit. Anyway, all the paths lead to the same place. So pick a path that works for you, be it bondage or dominance or tantra, which is I have many flavors, but tantra
Or
is my
walking in the woods, or cooking, or making a cup of tea, or painting, or I have friends of mine who are sailors, and they speak of the same emotional and psychological and friendship states as they're hitting that tack,
Right.
or whatever sailors say. They work with ropes too.
Getting in the
differently.
flow, right? They find
Yeah.
their flow, and that
Absolutely.
becomes the meditation.
Yeah, so, okay, all right, so let's see. Rope
So
dojo.
before we get off Rope
Yeah.
Dojo, we wanted to make sure you guys could find out when to come and enjoy Rope Dojo
Okay,
yourselves.
here we go. Rope dojo.
Is that going to translate out the right way for them?
I hope so. I don't know. I will read it just in case it's reversed. It might be reversed. I'm not sure. So I will read it. Okay, it says ropedojo.com. Baltimore. It's this fall in Baltimore. East Coast people, hello. Okay, and people in Europe, hello. Come over to Baltimore. It's a major airport.
I know my audience is always saying, come to the East Coast. Midori is coming to the East Coast.
Yeah. And that's October 15 to 16. Okay. And San Francisco, we just set a San Francisco date. So I thought I would be doing January, but no, January is going to be the other program. Looks like San Francisco Rope Dojo is March 11 to 12. I have an asterisk on this.
People are saying
because
it's inverted, Midori.
I know. It's
Sorry, we
inverted.
can't write inverted. We're really good at what we do,
Deal
but we're
with
not
it.
good at that.
Deal with it.
We could put the dates in the
ropedojo.com.
comments afterwards. Right?
ropedojo.com, look it up, October 15 to 16. And San Francisco is likely March to 11 to 12. I have one staff member that I need to confirm with, but it's going to be in March. Okay? So there we go. So it's ropedojo.com. All right.
Awesome.
I will figure out how to write backwards.
Or we can put
Or
it in the
trace it.
comments. We'll just put it in the comments of the video so you guys
Okay?
can look it
Will
up
do.
after we've gone
So
live.
let's see.
And Spike was asking a question. My
Okay,
hands are
so-
getting in the way.
So, no. Let's see. Let me look at who's over here. Let's see. Do you know Madeline?
I do know Madeline.
Yeah.
Hi, Madeline, and we'd love you to take a class either with Midori or I. Okay, and Kat, thank you so much for tuning in. It's always great to see you.
Yeah. All right. And
Hi, Nathan.
let's see. Oh, let's see. Where's Nathan? Okay, there we go. Excellent. And all right.
So
You're letting
aside
me talk
from
about me today.
I am. I know.
I always annoy her with stupid tantra questions.
Midori's great. She's always very supportive of my work in the world, and I love it that she.
I ask like a jerk.
Yeah, if you want to find any of those, if you want to find Midori having the most amazing sense of humor and we not getting it at all, for those of you who know me, I'm pretty sense of humor challenged. You can find it on my podcast. It's on SoundCloud, which you can access through my website at carolinecarrington.com. But aside from doing rope, there's
Yes.
a workshop I'm dying to take of Midori's, and I'm always so busy teaching and traveling to see all of you guys that I haven't yet made the dates align. But Midori does something phenomenal that focuses on women, and I hope I'm going to speak for you, and then, then you're going to translate for all the
Okay,
mistakes
got it.
I just made. But there's a workshop she does called Forte Femme, which is all about empowering women to be the best they can possibly be. I am dying to take this workshop. It sounds like
The schedule just hasn't worked out.
just hasn't worked out yet, but-
because you're teaching an amazing workshop, some exotic place or another. Oh, gee, poor baby. Yeah.
But you just launched some dates so that our audience can see and they can plan ahead.
I did. Okay,
So that you can catch Midori either in New York or San Francisco.
Yep, Forte FM happens in New York and San Francisco. It is ForteFeme.com.
Hey, Deb. Hey, Deb. That's
Yeah.
LA tuning in.
Oh, hey, excellent. LA, I was just there recently. Awesome. So Forte FM, it's a Women's Dominance Weekend Intensive. And it's myself and 9 women, 3 days, brain dump. It is about how to unleash your authentic power from the bedroom to the boardroom. Because it's all the same thing. And so, yes, it is about kink and BDSM and all that fun stuff. But if we took kink and BDSM as a small sample of how to unleash and express ourselves and our power and our potential and our joy, that through the course of our lifetime we have been told to tamper, to box in, you know. There's so many things that, like Marcia says, you know, Marcia B, our friend who does the Good Girl Recovery Program, you know. So there are so many aspects of our truth and our powers, and I think in Tantra you explore that as well.
Absolutely.
And Jungian, there's a portion for those of us who are psych nerds, yay. There's very much of a Jungian methodology in this. Mm-hmm. So it's not just exploring...
And you mean working with archetypes?
Totally working with archetypes.
Just for those who aren't familiar with Jung.
Yes, working with archetypes and finding your true power. Mm-hmm. And to be able to tap into it with surgical precision when you want to, and also to understand that you should not always be in full power state.
That's something I need to learn. I try.
Yeah.
I get so exhausted driving myself really hard and intensely all the time. So learning to modulate that.
Learning to modulate, knowing when. It's also about leadership skills, right? So it's about taking one's leadership in the bedroom. If you can take and own your leadership skills, and the question that I ask is, what would please you now? Right?
Doesn't that sound good?
Right? And I don't mean, what do you think should please you now?
Right.
But what would please you now? Right? So it's a 3-day intensive. I love it. And it happens in New York. My next date is in New York, November 4th to 6th. And then it comes back to San Francisco, January 13 to 15. Oh, and this is going to be reversed.
I'm holding the paper for Midori.
This will be reversed as well.
Hi, Terry. London's just tuned in. Hi, Terry.
Oh.
And India's tuning in. Swami Kumar. Thank you so much for finding the right time zone.
Excellent.
He was asking beforehand because he wanted to be on this
right.
video.
It's the other side of the world.
It's late. It's like midnight, I think, your time, Swami.
Yeah, great. All right. So, and somebody from London?
And my dear friend from London, Teresa, has tuned in to watch
I miss
as well.
London. I'm actually working on getting back to London sometime next year. So, but
Well, before I knew you, Midori, I'm outing so much of my kinky side on this video. I don't talk about that much on my Facebook profile. Just having my moment of shyness. But before I'd met Midori in person, I went to a very big fetish club called Torture Garden, which throws these amazing parties. And I didn't actually watch Midori's performance because I was delightfully distracted by the lover I was there with. We were off
that
playing.
was a good kind of distraction.
It was a great kind of distraction.
You should be so it's a blessing.
But we only found out years later that we were at the same event
club.
on the same night, just on different floors, and we haven't even met yet. So amazing what happens in the Bay.
Okay.
And the cool people we meet.
You know,
Hey, Beth.
apparently we're sideways.
Oh, we're sideways. How about
yours.
this?
Okay.
Is that better, Nathan? Thank you so much for telling us.
Hey, Nathan, are we better now?
I hope that's better.
All right.
We're still figuring out this
Why didn't
technology.
yours turn sideways?
I don't know.
Okay,
I
we're
don't have
actually
an
doing
iPhone.
this on 2 different stations and 2 different pages. So if you were to hop over to Midori Really Midori on Facebook, you'd also see the same thing.
Thanks, Nathan. You're a rock star.
Nathan, thank you so much. Bill! Hi, Bill. How's it going? Yay. All right.
Hi, Beth. We see you. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
So, Midori, aside from just being in the cities, because we've talked about San Francisco and New York, you and I both have a great passion. Somebody asked earlier, what are we into aside from kinky things and tantra things? And we both have a huge passion for travel.
Travel, outdoors, food, and culture.
And we love to include that in our times with you. So, for example, some of you know I was in Hawaii for 3 weeks.
Heart Hawaii so much.
I love Hawaii. I spent 3 weeks in Hawaii this June. Nathan, you're asking who else is here. She's being very quiet, but Dixie de la Tour is here as well. She's just sitting in the background.
She's actually lurking online too. Lurker. So just so you know, there's this like hot, sexy body redhead right outside the screen. Okay, right out the field of the screen, and you cannot see her, but we can see her sexiness.
Oh, and we're getting some cleavage shots in the background too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for your comment, Madeline, about my accent.
Yeah.
So back to Hawaii.
Hawaii.
So I loved it. I got to lead a retreat there for a week. I got to take some time off, and then I also visioned a lot of amazing stuff that I have coming up for you guys next year. If you caught my Facebook Live last week, you will see that I'm going to be doing a lot of deeper dives next year. So you're going to come and really catch me at intensives. Ray from Ireland, hi! It's so good to see you.
Bill is voting for Kauai. Kauai's gorgeous. Yeah. So, but where's your thing?
Well, I'm taking a break from Hawaii because I was in Maui last year and on the Big Island this year. So I'm going to be going to Mexico.
Okay. I'm so cribbing off of her notes on this. Okay. So seriously, can I a little aside?
Sure.
All right. So this is what I'm thinking. Don't hold me to it yet because I got to see how feasible it is. I'm thinking about doing my Forte FM Women's Intensive. We have a graduate society, graduate alumni group, and it's called the Society. And I'm thinking about copying your idea because it's so brilliant, doing a society members and partners only retreat to Mexico.
Oh,
because I love your idea so much. So
Mexico's just awesome, and it's so easy. And anyway, I love going to exotic places.
Yes.
I love going to exotic places. And you are going to Hawaii.
I am. Surprise! I'm going to Hawaii. I am going to go hang out with some of my friends. I'm actually in Oahu. Let's see. Midori, you're going to be in the Fetish Flea this coming February. Will you be teaching any classes? Oh, yeah. Hey. Let me answer her question, yeah? So, Fetish Fair Flea Market in Providence, Rhode Island, from the New England Leather Alliance. I will be there. Never miss it. It's a great event. It's a huge shopping event. It's a hotel takeover. It's fantastic. I've recommended you as an instructor.
You did.
Yeah.
I don't know if the dates are going to work.
Yeah, it's a great event. I will be there. Yes, I will be teaching classes, so don't miss it. So, Hawaii. Yeah, back to Hawaii. I'm going to go hang out with friends. I'm actually in Oahu any chance I get because hello friends and nice
diving
and diving. I am a scuba diver. I love scuba diving. Oh my god, I love scuba diving. Yay. And super. So I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be there September 14, 15, 16, and 17 on Oahu. Bill, I know Kauai's great, but I have a free place to stay in Oahu, and anyhow, I love the food in Oahu. So, let's see. I know it's backwards, but September 14, 15, 16, 17, and through connection of amazing sex positive people, I have found some private venues to teach classes, some of my favorite classes. I haven't decided which yet. Maybe oral sex using your voice for seduction.
Can you give us a little taste of how using your voice seductively would work?
Oh, I wish I had a regular newspaper, but
you could
let's
use
see.
it on me.
Let's see. Using your voice. Using your voice, it is all everything's going to be fine. Your heart rate slows down. The sun is shining on your skin. You're floating on the water, rocking you back and forth as your lover's finger.
Getting all hot and bothered.
Yeah, does that work?
Just listening to
Okay,
the
does that work? Okay.
Nathan, you melting. Yes, I am too. I'm sorry we're not just to interrupt. I'm sorry. Dixie has lovingly declined being on camera today. And as we're all about consent, Midori, we are honoring her boundary.
Oh, she's just teasing you by refusing to be on the screen. So that's
We'll convince her another time.
Yeah. So I might teach oral sex. I might teach...
And it's oral sex,
yes,
right? Not oral sex.
Well, depends on your accent and your
Oh, on
English.
the accent,
Yeah.
yes. I have the
It's
Swedish
not
accent.
oral, it's aural, A-U-R-A-L, using your voice. So, hey, Lizette, hi. I might do that. I might do the best kink advice. But anyhow, so I have a place to teach in Hawaii. We're going to figure it out. I will be announcing it in my newsletter and in my social media. Is it hot in here?
It's
I'm
getting
sitting-
hotter and
I'm
hotter
sitting, so
every
it's hot,
moment.
It's hot. It's hot.
We're keeping it Facebook friendly, though. That's why we have clothes on, right, Midori?
Yeah, because apparently voice is still not under censorable. Okay. So thank you, Nathan. Okay. Oh, so I might do that, but I'm going to be doing classes in Oahu, so if you happen to be there. And then, I didn't tell you this part, from Oahu, I go to Japan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm going to Japan with a couple of friends. So I see...
Hi, Miko. Hi,
Miko.
Eric.
Yes, I see Miko's last name's Japanese, but Miko, where's Miko from?
Well, Miko has an American accent. He lives in the South Bay, and I know him through the Kirtan community. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know. Miko, you'd have to tell us
All right.
where you're from.
Anyhow,
originally.
I'm heading to Japan. I'm going to be in Tokyo. I have to go visit Mother.
I should
'cause,
come in your suitcase. I wanted to go and teach English in Japan.
And we're going to go to Kyoto, and we're going to go to Naoshima, and we're also going to have, oh, you'll love this, we're going to be doing the temple stay that I've been telling you about.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Erica, come to Pacific Northwest. I'm going there tomorrow. I'm teaching in Seattle. I'm teaching in Seattle Wednesday. That's tomorrow.
Hey, Erica.
Yeah. And Rachel, try to say your last name.
Panchaea. Yeah?
I don't know.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Panchaea.
Is it a hard CH or not? All right. Let's see.
Lots of people want to get in your suitcase, Midori. I
It'll
can
be a
see that.
party in my suitcase. Yeah. So.
And on your travels, you're also doing something.
Oh, but wait, Seattle.
Sorry,
For Erica in Seattle. I am going to be at the Foundation for Sex Positive Culture Wednesday night doing oral sex. And Erica says hi.
Hi, Erica.
And on Friday, I'm doing the Art of Feminine Dominance. And Art of Feminine Dominance is open to all genders and orientation because feminine is not about female. It is not about gender. It is about one's state in the moment. Right?
Love that.
So, and partners are welcome. And I believe there are going to be tickets. Erica, if their online tickets are sold out, go to the door because they will have tickets at the door, okay? So, yay!
And when you go to these cities, Midori, for very select clients and really serious students, you also offer private instruction.
I do.
And you're going to be available for that in Oahu.
She's so good about reminding me that.
I love it. Midori's fucking awesome. She's such a rock star. And you want to get time with her.
I don't announce it a whole lot.
I know. That's why I'm doing
Hey,
it for you.
Patricia, how's it going? Patricia, did you decide on a company name for your artwork? So a friend of mine does beautiful photography and handcrafted artwork, and that's PK there.
Hey, PK.
So,
We're talking about your privates.
yes. Let's see, my privates. Ha ha ha. Ooh, sense of humor.
Although I didn't know that I was making a joke when I said that.
Well done. Yeah. So I do private coaching for individuals and couples when I travel, advance appointments necessary. And what I do is, it's like I'm a coach. I teach you a few things. I send you home with homework. And oftentimes it's a matter of the heart. For my Forte Femme, many of my Forte Femme students are long-term coaching students. And we end up covering things like how to go into a challenging meeting with a bunch of other department heads. I mean, even things like that.
Well, so much around sexuality, I find, Midori. If people are empowered in their sex lives, then it empowers you in the rest of your life.
Yes.
And that's, I think, what people miss. They're all interested in having better orgasms, and I'm a big fan of that. I do a lot of teaching of that, and you certainly want to help people juice things up in the bedroom. But we want to inspire you to take things beyond the bedroom.
I think of the bedroom as a microcosm of the larger scope of human interaction, because we have to speak our desire. We have to actually communicate and comprehend the other person's desire. We have all sorts of emotional baggage, as well as hindrances, assumptions about ourselves, our partners, or our roles, or what we are entitled to in the moment.
Right.
To be able to set boundaries, to be able to reconsider what it is that we want or don't want, to explore, to make mistakes, to grow from it, to have all manners of feelings, So I like to think of sex and play as the tiny little sandbox wherein we get to practice things and then take it out to the bigger and more complicated world.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you can successfully negotiate with your partner, imagine what it's going to be like. Reid Mahilko often uses this analogy. Like, then you're going to be able to go and negotiate for your own salary, a salary increase with your boss, if you learn good communication skills in your relationships. So it's amazing what can happen. I want to say hi to Janelle. Hi, Janelle. Thanks for tuning in.
Erica just wrote, processing through a new PTSD diagnosis. Do we ever work with people like that? And hey, I'm glad that you're getting a diagnosis around that, which is a big, huge step towards bringing things to equilibrium and harmony. I have a background in psychology, however, I am not a therapist. What I do as a coach is think of me as your Auntie Midori. And as Auntie Midori, I will listen to you, I will work with you, and I will work to support what all your other caregivers and support want of you, okay? So, yeah, her accent's hot, okay? So that's what I do. So do I specifically work with PTSD? No. Do I work with all humans and the complications of humans and being human? Yeah.
If I could just chime in, Midori. I mean, I'm a trauma survivor myself, and I've had PTSD, both chronic and acute. And so it's actually one of the things that I do dive into with a lot of my students in my private tantra sessions. So if you're interested in learning more, Erica, you would, I don't have any plans to come to Seattle right now. I keep working on Charlie Glickman to say, let's come teach in Seattle. But for now, you would have to come to the Bay Area to work with me, unless I'm on tour in your particular city. But I specifically work with trauma. And
Erica, I think you'd get a lot out of working directly and in person with Caroline. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, Midori, I love talking with you, but we only have a few more minutes.
I know, we got to get going. Okay, so burning last questions. Let's see, from either screens.
Yes, Erica, I want you to come, Erica. I want you to come in February to the retreat. So there are only a couple more spots. It's part of why I've remembered why I can't do Fetish Flea, Midori, is because I'm leading my fabulous Tantra by the Sea retreat in Pescadero near Half Moon Bay in February. And I have such a heart for my students that I end up giving more to them than doing some of the fun things I want to do. But
hey,
we'll
Laura.
end up having a lot of fun.
Oh, my God.
Hi, Laura. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And, oh, my God. Hi, how are you? So how's it been, Anda? And Laura, read your various posts. Say hi to Karen. Yeah, and I'm going to be hopefully seeing you guys soon in November. Yay.
I love your books, Laura. That's what gets me hot and wet, Laura.
And for those of you,
how do I say it? Antonia.
Oh God,
I can't say this,
Laura. I've only known you for 20 years. You know I can't pronounce your name.
Check on the comments below, people.
Yeah,
Laura Antonow and
Antoniou.
So yes. Sorry, we're butchering your name.
So the Marketplace series, you want hot, fine kink. It is like, hot, fine kink, saga reading. The world crafting is amazing. The sex is hot. The character development is stunning. And so Laura, AntonioU, she's on Facebook. Stalk her. She posts amazing, funny.
She does post. She's one of the few people I follow on Facebook.
Yeah.
On a regular basis. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Midori, we have to wrap up soon because Dixie is so patiently sitting here waiting, and she's not somebody we want to keep waiting. But both Midori and I are getting super excited about Facebook Live, so you will be seeing more of us. From my audience, if there's something that you want us to talk about, either Midori and I together or individually, please let us know, and maybe we'll do a video on it. There's certainly lots of things we think are awesome to talk about, but we'd love to hear from you. So, hi, Sasha.
And look, sometimes I'm going to do Facebook Live because I'm bored and stuck in an airport, all right? So keep me company.
I don't seem to have a problem being bored.
No, you don't. You have a problem overworking. You need to learn. Boredom is a blessing.
It's a blessing.
It's a place where creativity happens.
It
seriously.
is. Very
all right.
true.
So we're gonna sign off. And thanks for joining us. Okay, you're gonna press the finish button on yours too.
Yes, I'll press finish. Lots of love, you guys. Bye.